What's going on, everybody, and welcome on in to episode 320 of the Garage Beers podcast, brought to you proudly here on the OBR streaming network. Get over to the OBR.com. Make sure you hit subscribe, and you can be a part of Cleveland's oldest, largest independent Cleveland Browns coverage site that there is. The OBR been doing it since 1999 when the Browns came back. And again, get ready for training camp coming up in just a couple of weeks. And so we know there's going to be a lot of great stuff happening. Make sure you're tuned in to the OBR.com. While you're doing stuff like that, get over to our socials and hit follow, whether it's on X or Facebook or TikTok or wherever. But get over to the Garage Beers on the socials, hit follow so you can stay tuned, hang out with us throughout the course of the week, not just once a week like you get us here tonight on this beautiful Wednesday night, beautiful July Wednesday, where we have got a great show planned for you. We're going to get into it's another summer of LeBron. I've got some fun stuff to talk about there. We have got I think kind of a fork in the road coming up for the Cleveland Guardians. We got some stuff to talk about there. Might even talk a little bit about the Browns. You never know. And, of course, we'll talk about the World Cup, where it's going, and the disappointing finish for the men's national team. So we're glad you're here. You hang out with us. Grab a beer. Jump in the comments if you're joining us live. That's so nice, Chad. That's so nice.
Excuse me.
That's so nice.
Sorry.
Wolf. Yeah, that was Chad. Anyways, that's a good intro. Hey, with you as always, I'm your host, Michael Keefe. Find me online at Garage Beers Mike. And with me tonight, my co-host over on the east side of Cleveland. Find him online at Garage Beers Chad. It's Chad Meyer. What's up, Chad?
I got to talk through something.
You're a little belchy tonight.
That was one. That had a little bit of carbonation going on me. But I got to talk through something, Mike. I think I'm in some sort of midlife sports crisis.
Oh shit!
Right now, yeah. Like. Nothing excites me anymore. Nothing. Like, I got to find some sort of spark left in me, right? I like the Guardians. It's like part of it's probably due just being in the doldrums and getting like the All-Star break and like I don't know. And like Browns training camps coming up in like the next few weeks. I'm not excited for that. Like there's like obviously I'll sit there and like I'm going to sit there and like talk. Obviously I'm going to sit there and talk objectively about the team, but like I used to just get so pumped for these things. Like the All-Star game. I used to get so pumped for these things. I'm not anymore. You know what I find myself, my sports watching has been, like I find myself drawn to these days, Mike? Canadian football, the CFL.
Yeah, well, that's just weird. That's weird.
Canadian football, ESPN, the Ocho Sports. I am just locked in on those. Okay. Yeah. I was watching the Swiss stone toss the other day. That's just, for you, those of you who don't know, you just lift a giant 25-pound stone straight over your head, got to keep your arms straight, and you just kind of lean forward and try to throw as far as you can. It's the dumbest thing to watch, but I'm in. Like I watched an entire wiffle ball tournament last weekend. That's the kind of sports I'm drawn to these days. Like I need a spark. I needed to come back.
No, I wonder if part of it, there's so much else going on. Back in the day where I could just, before marriage and kids and all that, when I could just like go to work, come home, kick my feet up. I got nothing else to do. I could just sit and watch sports all the time. And I think that's a difference. I've thought about this a little bit too, Chad. I've thought a little bit about the fact that's like attending a sports event is something you got to like save paychecks for.
Yeah.
And that's if you have a good job. Like it's so outrageously expensive. We talk about everything being expensive nowadays, but like the cost to attend a sporting event, I've railed on the Guardians for this for years.
Yeah.
Because they are wildly expensive to go to in terms of when you look at like Major League Baseball and the cost to attend a game versus like per capita income of that area. The Guardians are wildly expensive to go to.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh God, to take a family of four and like, I don't want to sit on the roof. So, it's like, I think attending games I think that's also part of it where like, I don't go to nearly as many games as I used to. I mean, I used to go to probably at least 2 Browns games a year.
Yeah.
I used to go to at least 20. I mean, I was a 20 game plan guy they were the Indians back in the day, but I went to at least 20 games every summer. As many Cavs games as I could go to. I still go to as many Cavs games as I can go to, but we also get help with that with a good ticket connection. But like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I always go to opening day. I might go to like 2 other games throughout the course of the summer. It's just a lot. So I
Yeah.
wonder if that plays into it too of like
It could, yeah, for sure. I don't know.
the Browns, the training camp thing. Like I'm always excited for Browns. Week 1 of Brown season comes around and I am fired up. I want to be in front of my TV watching the Browns. But like I'm with you. Like I used to go to training camps and like get excited.
Yeah.
But you couldn't pay me to go to a training camp. You couldn't pay me. I don't.
Yeah.
I think that's just the Browns, though. I think it's just like I don't give a shit about training camp until you go out on the field and show me something. I do not care. I do not care.
That's literally my only thought whenever I see these training camp storylines. Is just give me the regular season. Just give me the regular season. Like,
do not care about the preseason. I do not. I'm already annoyed with 2 things with the Browns, Chad. Related to this. I'm already annoyed with whoever the wide receiver is that's going to be really good in the preseason, and then you're never going to hear from him again.
Yes.
There's one every year, and everybody buys into this. Like there's going to be some guy that shows up that it was Luke Floria last year and Gage Larvin, and remember Austin Watkins? I don't remember what his name was, but like
training camp heroes.
There's always one of those guys that everybody's like, that guy needs to play more, and I'm like, no, the hell he doesn't. And then, and no offense to this kid, because I hope he is like a diamond in the rough, but I am already annoyed with the people that are like, Taylon Green is the future because he's going to play the end of these training camp games and look like a monster.
Yeah.
And I'm already annoyed by it. I'm already annoyed.
But he's 6'6" and runs a 4.3.
Yeah. And it takes him 72 seconds to get rid of the ball. But like totally, yes, I see the appeal. I don't know. I'm with you a little bit. But I'm on the other side of it too. I still get fired up. I'm still ready to go. Like, seasons roll around. I get excited. Sure. I'm still excited for the Guardians, even though we're going to talk about them tonight. And I think they're at there's like at a turning point here. So we'll see how they operate. But like, I'm still excited.
Sure.
Whatever.
I mean,
it's
listen,
all just fun.
Like when I get in, like I'm still very emotional when like in the moment, in the games, right? Like when the Browns game's going on, I'm still very emotional. But like when it's done, it's like, okay, what's for dinner? It doesn't bug me anymore.
It's because we've had it beaten into us for 3 decades.
Yeah,
we've had it. Yeah. We've had a Browns colored baseball bat smashing that shit into our heads for 3 decades. Of course, it's like that. I can't be mad when they lose because if I get sad and mad when they lose, I'm gonna have to be institutionalized. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. But Toronto and Montreal the other night was a terrific game in the CFL. It was terrific. You get Canadian football Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Amazing.
Shout out to our buddy Justin Rowan up there and his Blue Bombers.
Yeah.
Listen, I get it. I don't know. Now you made me feel like I need a beer. So let's do our Garage Beers of the Week, where we drink a beer and tell you what we're drinking and give you a review. And you guys are already starting to do it in the comments. Welcome to everybody that's live in the comments, by the way. Chef Brian K. on time for once. And
let's go, dude.
Not only on time, but I don't think working tonight because Chef Brian K. is just chilling in the garage with a cooler full of PBRs on ice. That's my guy right there. That a boy.
And he put a Canadian football. He put a Canadian football on the emoji there. Way to go. Way to be topical.
Yes. Drew in Brick City. We know what Drew's drinking Bush Heavies, and we know what Drew's drinking. But good evening, me and you and Joe. And shout out to Joe. It is Joe's wife's birthday, so in the interest of his marriage, he's not here. So happy birthday, Maddie.
Joey is taking his summer hiatus. He might not be.
It's a summer hiatus. That's fine. It's all good. We got Phil is in the house. That says hi. So if you're in the comments, make sure you stay locked in with us all night long. And obviously, we'll flash your comments up and talk about things. But tell us what you're drinking as well. And while we're getting into our beers, why don't we talk about your garage beer of the week, Chad? What are you drinking?
I went with Garage Booze this week. This is a little bit of Jefferson's Ocean in this cup right here.
Little J.O.
Little J. Oh, God. It is. Yeah, it's delicious. It's in the ocean. It's aged at sea. So it's delicious.
I enjoy the fact that you do that. I can't remember who I was talking to, but they were like, I don't know, like bourbon in the summer. And I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm good with bourbon in the summer. I'm always good with that. 100%.
Yeah. God, you ever
also
bourbon
tequila?
A bourbon slushy in the summertime? Let's go.
Dude, I bought one of those slushy machines. I got hooked. TikTok hooked me in to like a Ninja slushy machine because it was like, now you could get it for 80% off. And I was like, I feel like that's horseshit. But I went to Ninja's website. It was it was $450 on Ninja's website. I bought it for $150. Dude, it's a real legit slushy machine. It's got like the thing and it cools it. You could dump anything in there and it just turns it into a slush.
Okay. All right.
Great. Oh my God.
Right.
Oh my God. It's great. Speaking of, I mentioned tequila before. I'm going to get to my beer in a minute, but Chad, went a little hard last night, buddy.
Oh, you did.
Nothing like a Tuesday night of going hard. Went out with our friends here from the neighborhood and went to a local Mexican establishment in Avon called Las Margaritas. People will know the building. It used to be ZZ's Big Top forever. It was a great bar. Now I was really mad when it closed, but then they brought in Las Margaritas, and they make the strongest margaritas anywhere, and their food's delicious. So I'm okay with it now. I'm all right.
Okay. Have you had the food sober? This is a key question here.
Yeah, no, I'm sober first.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
So anyways, I have a margarita. He asked if we want a refill. I'm like, sure. Usually that's good. Boom, done. Fine, good. 2 margaritas. Fine, I'm good to go. But then he starts bringing out shots of tequila. And we're like, why'd you do that? So now I've got a couple margs in me, shot of tequila. There's kind of a big yard off to the side of this place. So the boys got their baseball mitts out. We're playing catch. I walk back there with them. The World Cup game was on last night. It went to penalties. We went inside to the bar to watch penalties. He starts dishing out shots again inside. Dude, by the time my night was over, I was bleeding.
From where?
I tried to hop over a fence and I fell on my face.
Oh.
And I cut all the way down my leg on the top of the fence. So I've got blood dripping down my leg. I don't even know where this came from, but like right here on my chest, I've got this massive like sore spot bruise thing going on. My arm is all bruised up. I don't know what happened last night. I don't know. I woke up this morning on the couch going, what Mack truck hit me last night?
Dude. And that's a word. When you do cut yourself, it always hurts a little less when you're wasted. And then you wake up in the morning and instantly regret.
I didn't even feel it.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if I would have fallen the way I fell last night and I was sober, I'd probably still be laying there.
Yeah.
I
okay.
bounced right up. I was like, I'm fine. I'm good.
I'm a man.
All of a sudden, Patrick's like, Dad, you're like really bleeding. And I look down and there's just blood running down my leg. I'm like, oh, yeah.
God. Don't worry. Dad is fine. He's not dying.
So preemptive cheers to the bartender from Las Margaritas who just decided, let's have these guys have a little bit of fun. And me and my buddy Dan were blitzed. And the text messages this morning were hilarious. Hilarious.
Okay. All right.
So,
all right.
And it's a good point by Chef Brian K. If I was sober, I wouldn't have done it. And you're right. And I'm glad I had the experience.
Fair.
My beer of the week tonight, I went over to Cleveland Heights. And I was trying to remember if I had beer from this brewery as I was standing in the beer store. And I remembered I did, and I didn't like it. Not because the beer was bad, but this is a beer from Boss Dog Brewery in Cleveland Heights. And they make, if you've ever seen the can, they make the Jobu beer that has Jobu from Major League on the front. I did not like it because it was bad beer. I didn't like it because one of my very few beer types that I don't like, I do not like jalapeno spicy things in beer. It's two things that are just not, in my opinion, supposed to go together in my mouth.
Yeah. Sure.
So
Jesus Christ.
It's just not my favorite thing. And I had it And that's the only one I've tried. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it again. So proudly brewed in Cleveland Heights, Boss Dog. This is called the Regal Beagle. It's a great can.
Outstanding. Shout out to his company.
I was reading it and I was like, a pineapple vanilla hazy IPA.
Okay.
Dude, this beer kicks ass.
Okay.
This is summer in a can. This is
okay.
It is sweet enough, but not crazy sweet. The vanilla, like it smells like a vanilla bomb. You get the pineapple and then you get that hazy IPA. Chad, you would love this beer because it's not that like piney IPA thing that you hate. It's got the kick of an IPA with like the sweetness of the vanilla and the pineapple. Dude, it's outstanding. Outstanding.
Okay. All right. I believe I'll take it. I believe it.
Yeah. Look at Phil says Regal Beagle. Wasn't that the bar that the Three's Company people hung out at? Yes.
I just said shout out Three's Company, man.
Phil does not agree with me. Two great tastes in jalapeno and beer that taste great together. It's just not my thing. It's not my thing. Was that a gunshot?
Yeah. I'm gonna die. It was nice knowing you guys.
Was that another gunshot?
Yeah. Someone's dying over there. No, it's someone setting off leftover fireworks.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds like gunshot. Is
that a gun?
What's happening in Mentor, Ohio?
Jesus Christ. I don't know. Maybe it is gunshots.
Bad news here, Guardians. It looks like we just had one of those really terrible pitcher injuries. You know when the pitcher throws a pitch and then their arm just dies? Tim Herron out of the bullpen is... Yeah, I think we just lost Tim Herron. And that is...
Right.
Listen, I know Tim's been a little bit inconsistent this year, but the Guardians do not need to lose bullpen arms. And I believe 100% that they just... I mean, the way he's walking off, they immediately came and got him and took him out. I think this is going to be one of those really bad. All he did was he got hit. All right, never mind. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it. He got hit with a ball. It was a line drive.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, still bad. Still bad. But...
He used his left elbow to deflect the ball directly to first base.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, a little redirection action. At least he got the out.
He is hurt bad. It hit him right in the elbow. All right. Well, it's not one of those terrible. Well, it might be a terrible injury, but it's not one of those like no contact crazy ones. All right. Hopefully he's fine. All right. Anyways,
God, you can see him. He goes, fuck.
Yeah. Regal Beagle. If you see this from Boss Dog in Cleveland Heights, buy it. It's really good. If you like nice, refreshing, delicious beers.
Shout out Larry. Shout out Larry from Three's Company. You horny son of a bitch.
Oh, he was. Oh my God. Those are our garage beer / drinks of the week. You guys keep putting yours in the comments. We'll flash them up. But now let's dive in. Let's dive into the meat and potatoes of episode 320. And let's start with the fact that we're sitting here smack dab in another summer of LeBron. And I know we've talked about it, but he always continues, gives you more to talk about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's more and more in the Cavaliers and they're in the thick of things. So here's what I wanted to start with, Chad.
Yeah, sure.
It's been reported by Shams that there are currently 5 teams that have their name in the running for LeBron James. So, Chad, what I wanted to do is go through these 5 teams and be like, what's the appeal? And then why does this not make sense? All right.
Okay.
So the first team, and I'm going to go in order of teams that I think make the least amount of sense to teams that I think make the most amount of sense. And I'll give you my reasons. So the first team on this list, but apparently they're in the mix, the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think from a basketball perspective, it makes sense. And I would imagine teaming up with a guy that could probably pretty fairly be compared to in his prime Dwayne Wade, even though I don't think he's quite as good. But Anthony Edwards, I think probably has a bit of appeal to LeBron.
Sure.
I do not think it has as much appeal after they make that weird trade for LaMelo Ball. Like, I do not understand that trade at all. Why are you bringing in a guy like LaMelo Ball to put next to Anthony Edwards? That does not make a lot of sense to me. You also traded away good parts there. Naz Reid was in that deal. It's my pipe dream that the Cavs wind up with Naz Reid at some point. I love him. I don't know why you'd get rid of him. Julius Randle gone. And then there's the I cannot imagine LeBron would be like, "Yep, I'm going to Minnesota." Like I think there's no shot of him being like, "Yep, you know what? I'm going to go up to Minnesota and play in Minneapolis for the Timberwolves." I cannot believe that would happen.
Yeah, I can't see him in that. I think that's the biggest reason it doesn't make sense to me, right? Because I don't know. You look at LaMelo Ball, and I know you didn't understand that trade at all, but it seems to me that the Timberwolves needed a playmaker outside of Ant Edwards. And I know LaMelo. I'm not saying by any means that LaMelo Ball is like elite in the NBA, but he is a guy that can create for himself. So I don't know, but from a basketball standpoint, it's a talented starting five if you add LeBron in there. But Minnesota, I can't see him living in Minnesota for the entire season.
I just don't see it. I just don't. I don't want to be talking smack about LaMelo either. I think he can be a fine player. I think he's just overly inconsistent, and he's got some injury issues, and I don't see it. I don't. I see the Anthony Edwards appreciation, and I see saying, all right, well, hey, Rudy Gobert is a really good defensive player. Otherwise, though, there's not a lot to me that I'm like, yeah, that's going to be a big draw to LeBron. So
Jaden McDaniels, is that he's anything to write home about?
I mean, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Listen, Minnesota they got as far as they got last year for a reason, but like, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see this being an appeal for LeBron.
Yeah, sure.
Although I do think Anthony Edwards is a major appeal. All right, next team that makes just no sense for me in my head, the Golden State Warriors. And report is that they're still trying to sign LeBron, but the report is that they do not really believe they're in the running for LeBron. And that makes me happy to hear because, one, why does it make sense? Because I think LeBron thinks playing with Steph Curry would be a dream, and I think it would be.
Sure.
But it's not the same Steph Curry. It's not. I've been trying to think of this for a while because, like, you don't really fear Steph anymore the way you used to.
Yeah.
Like Steph, in my opinion, was the most feared player that I remember the Cavaliers having to go against since Kobe and Shaq were like
sure.
in the mix.
Sure.
Like you would fear going up against Steph because that shot goes and it's going to go all night long. He is the best shooter I've ever seen play basketball.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, if this were 7 to 10 years ago, this would make all the sense in the world. Like I would be terrified of LeBron joining Steph and Clay and Draymond but right now, no, it doesn't make sense at all. Not to mention, I don't think LeBron would want to go there anyway because he's so calculating and he cares so much about his image. I think he knows if he went to Golden State, he would get the KD treatment.
Yeah, imagine him putting on that uniform.
Yeah. No,
like, I got to imagine that even makes him cringe a little bit. Like,
yeah. After all the battles he had, no, it doesn't make sense. Would I understand it? Right?
Yeah.
You could sell me on like, hey, I wanted to play with Steph. I mean, how could I not want to play with one of the greatest shooters of all time? Like, okay, like I could be like, yeah, I get it, LeBron, but in general, no, it's the end is closer than it is to the beginning with these guys. So yeah, I would not see him going to Golden State.
And LeBron and Draymond have been tight forever. I heard somebody talking, like somebody that talks basketball, talking like, well, apparently like LeBron and Draymond have kind of buried the hatchet. There was never a hatchet. There was competition, and there were like real feelings that happened on the court during those runs. But LeBron was boys with Draymond back then.
Yeah.
Like they go way back. So I could see that factor playing in too. No, you can't go put that jersey on. You cannot go put that jersey on and trot out there. No shot. By the way, somebody did pose the question, if it meant LeBron coming back to the Cavs, would you be okay with the Cavs signing Draymond Green?
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Yes, of course I would.
Yeah. What? Why? What? Yeah. Draymond off the bench. I'll take that all day.
Yeah, he kind of fits a role. He kind of fits like that defensive toughness, like
he kind of fits that Dean Wade role that's vacant.
So, leadership ability kind of deal. Like, I'll take Draymond in a heartbeat.
Like, leads the league.
He's not as good as he used to be, but like he's fine.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Leads the league in nut shots, whether it be via hand or foot. Leads the all-time record. I would
say
say
hand jobs and foot jobs is what we're saying then.
Yeah, HJs and FJs. Yeah, leads the league in those. Absolutely.
Look, I agree with Phil in the comments. Like Cavs could use a villain type. Yeah, I buy that.
Yeah,
Cavs are too damn nice. Everybody on the Cavs I like. I don't want everybody to like everybody on the Cavs.
Yeah.
Although James Harden could be villain type if he kind of went there. Like everybody hates him. I don't hate him, but everybody.
Well, he did say that we were the better team in that Knicks series.
Totally. Yeah. The better team. They cut off his comment he was talking about when they play chess after the game.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, gotcha.
Totally.
Gotcha.
Analytically, they won that series, and I don't want you to ever forget that.
That Jalen Brunson, terrible at chess.
Idiot. He's probably so good at chess. Damn it. That guy being awesome. Damn it, being awesome. All right. Scratch off the Warriors. Now we get teams that I think could make a little sense, although I still just feel like this one is gross. Philly. So they've obviously spent their summer making moves, right? They make the trade, Paul George, a whole bunch of draft picks. They bring in Jaylen Brown. So now they've got Tyrese Maxey at the point guard, Jaylen Brown. They got Joel Embiid if he can stay healthy. There's some stuff going on there. There's some players that Philly should be a pretty good team, assuming health. And that's a big assumption with Joel Embiid and even Tyrese Maxey. It's a big assumption. But they've also brought in like a pretty awesome core of like wild athletic guards off the bench that like Philly's going to be tough. They're the team that like, to me, they're of the dark horse teams like the Timberwolves or I think it's more dangerous that LeBron picks Philly. I would be so surprised. I think there's real appeal on the court. I would be so surprised if LeBron just went to a team that he has no connection to.
What do you mean?
There's no. The last
because he and Jaylen Brown have a relationship.
He has a relationship with 1,000 dudes across the league.
Sure. Like I was just wondering, what do you mean with a connection?
There's nothing legacy wise for him in Philly. There's no storyline there for him in Philly. Do I think the team is good and he could make them really good? Yes. But then the other element of it there's been so much talk about LeBron. LeBron is thinking of his happiness and having fun and he's always thinking about his legacy and his story. There's nothing legacy Philly. There's not. It's just, he's just going to go don a weird fourth jersey that everybody in 30 years, everybody's going to be like, you guys remember when LeBron played in Philly for those 2 years? It's weird. It just doesn't do much. The last two teams on this list make a lot of sense legacy-wise. This doesn't. And that's why, to me, like, I feel like I'm not worried about it. You saw, was it their owner or their GM? I can't remember who went on with Rich Paul on his podcast and like made a pitch to get LeBron to come there just like yesterday. Yeah. I thought Anthony Lima from 92.3 The Fan made a terrific point this morning where he said, the minute you see the Cavs out there lobbying on a podcast for LeBron is the minute you know they're probably not in the running for LeBron. Sure. I feel like that's what Philly's doing right now. Like, we feel like we're not really in it, so let's just get out there and get on Rich Paul's podcast. I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
I'll tell you something right now. From a basketball standpoint, he makes more sense in Philly than he does in Miami. Like if he's truly looking to like try to go win a championship his last year, it makes a lot more sense with Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid. Obviously, you got to throw Dean Wade in there. He was the important part. Like he's probably the tipping point to probably get LeBron to go there. Yes. But Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, like this is like if you have LeBron in that mix, it's a deep and talented roster in Philly. So I think he makes basketball wise, he makes a lot more sense. But I mean, you're right with the legacy. Yeah. I mean, you also got to think about the other factors too. You got to think about like if LeBron has a bad game, you got to think people in Philly turning on him, that atmosphere in Philly, the scumbags over there. I don't know if he wants to be in that environment. You know, if this is truly a happiness-led decision for which right pretty much his last year or two in the league.
Yeah.
This is a happiness-led decision. I don't know that he's going to be that happy. Everything outside of being on the floor. On the floor, I could see him being very happy. Again, it's a deep and talented roster in Philly, but everything outside of that, I don't know.
I think you're right. Of the 4 teams not named Cleveland, Philly's probably the best spot on the court. But yeah. I think the other stuff matters. I think the other stuff matters, and I just don't.
Sure.
I don't see it. I don't see it. And I tended to agree with the people that we're talking about Jaylen Brown like, I think Jaylen Brown's a good number 2 guy. Some reports about Jaylen Brown like the guy, like he's going to be a franchise. I don't know. I think he's just a good number 2 guy. He's a good number 2.
He's a great number 2.
I think people had some wild opinions on, like, people said there was reports that like his trade value around the league was not as high as some people were kind of making it out to be. And I'm like, yeah, because he's not Jason Tatum. He's not Anthony Edwards. He's a good secondary kind of guy. He's a really good one.
He was like Pippen, right? You know, when Jordan wasn't there and Scotty was the guy, they still won, 56 games? Something like that? 50, 60 games?
I think it'd be really interesting to see him in another situation. Now, he's still going to be surrounded by good talent, but I also think in that Boston situation, not only, and I know they didn't have Tatum a lot of the year, but not only do you normally have Tatum and, you know, whatever bigs they're trotting out there, but you have this lineup of other guys, Derek White and Peyton Pritchard, that have massive gravity when they're on the court. Like, I think his job was easier as a Boston Celtic. I wonder what he's going to look like away from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyways, Philly, I would be very surprised if LeBron picked Philly, not from a basketball perspective, but from a story perspective. It would shock me. So then it brings to the last 2. Miami. I agree with you, Chad. From a basketball perspective, we're talking about a Miami Heat team that is basically right now Bam Adebayo, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like right now, the Miami Heat are built as if the NBA outlawed the 3-point shot. Like Davion Mitchell's a pretty decent player, but like, and I anticipate once LeBron makes his decision, there will be a lot more moves and a lot more signings, and you'll start to see some of those guys come off the board. But right now, Miami feels like a play-in team to me. They feel like a play-in team. I love Giannis. Does he stay healthy?
Yeah.
Bam, I think, is fine. I know he had his monster 8,000 point game or whatever, but like, that's not normal. On the court, I think they might be the worst of the 5 teams. I actually think it's either them or Golden State, depending on what else Golden State does. Like, I just see nothing on the court with them that makes me think, oh man, they're going to be really great. Now, does LeBron make them better? Yeah, because now you've got a facilitator to go along with Giannis and Bam, but you got no shooting on that team. And I don't know. But I can see now it's the opposite, Chad. I can see the story. He at least has a storyline in Miami. He went down there and did something really cool with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and Ray Allen and Mario Chalmers and Norris Cole and those guys. Zydrunas Ilgauskas for a hot minute. He has a story in Miami, so I could see him being like, yeah, I would go back. I liked playing in Miami, had great years there. I'm going to go finish my career down there. I could see it. I could see that. I just, on the court, I think it's a very rough outline of a good basketball team.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I could see why he would want to go there, but it just doesn't make sense from a finish his story type of perspective, right? All this really comes down to is what does LeBron actually want, right? I mean, if he's talking basketball wise, there's no reason for him to go to Miami. If he's talking strictly on the court, there's no reason for him to go there, right? I mean, I know LeBron is still one of the greatest out there. I mean, he's 41 years old and still averaging like 25, 7, and 7. but he's not the guy anymore that's going to take like a 2007 Cavaliers team and drag them to the finals. I know that's not Miami, right? I know that's not Miami, but this Miami team isn't exactly the most talented basketball team, like you pointed out. So he's not going to be the guy to carry them all the way deep into the playoffs anymore if they don't have help on that roster, if they don't have some depth on that roster. And right now they just don't. It's just not there. So legacy wise, I could see why he wants to go there. Basketball wise, it's probably makes the least sense out of all of them.
Man, fun inning going on in Minnesota right now. Chase DeLauder just hit a single to give the Guardians a 4-3 lead, and then they ran a squeeze, and Brian Rocchio just dropped down such a perfect bunt, scored a run easily, and the pitcher couldn't make a play at first, so that was awesome.
Safe.
I agree. So then it brings us to the last team on the list, and the last team on the list is the Cleveland Cavaliers. And on the court, does it make sense? Of course it does. This is an Eastern Conference Finals team. I don't think they're anywhere near as bad as the last 3 games of that Knicks series. I think had they found a way to hang on and not blow game 1, I think you're still talking about the Knicks winning that series, but I think you're talking about them winning it in 6 or 7 and not 4. That game 1 just ended the Cavs season, basically. But we're talking about Donovan Mitchell, who to me, people were talking about, like, what do we see the fit with Donovan Mitchell and LeBron James? And in my head, I'm going, I kind of see Kyrie Irving and LeBron James with Donovan Mitchell and LeBron James. I think they would fit very well together. I think of LeBron James and Evan Mobley, and I think Evan Mobley is just better with LeBron James. He's just going to be better. There's not a no fit. You know, you question James Harden, but James Harden, again, I think if you tell James Harden at this point in his career, what we really need you to do is be a really good spot up shooter, and then like a chaos agent. I think he would love that. Like, let's take the ball out of his hands so much, get to certain spots, use movement, get to certain spots. James Harden's a fantastic spot up shooter. So as a catch and shoot guy, I'll take it all day. And then I want James Harden on my team for when the shot clock is down to 4 and 3 and 2, and you need somebody to just make a wild play, because I still think James Harden is the best in the league at that. He has the wildest end of shot clock antics of any player in the league, and he's still elite at that. So, yeah, it would require him to kind of change up, I think, a little bit in order for them to be truly successful. He would have to change up a little bit, but then you think of the guys you think of Sam Merrill, you think of Jalen Tyson, and you think of the looks and the benefits that they would get from adding LeBron James to an already very good roster. And I think the story is the best story. Come finish your career where you started it. Come finish your career where you were born. Come finish your career where you won a championship and you were the one to break that spell. Of course, do that. The story is easily the best of the stories. But on court, it's a really good situation, and he fits exactly what they need. Exactly what they need. It is a round peg in a round hole. It is a fit. And we're talking about a team that was Eastern Conference Finals last year. Does LeBron push them over? Maybe. Again, if the Knicks are going to play like that, it's going to take a lot. But he certainly makes them more competitive.
Yeah, I think we talked about the two sides of the coin, right? We talked about from a basketball perspective and from a legacy, happiness, like story perspective. Philly, obviously, to me, Philly makes the most sense basketball wise. But if you're talking about a full balance of things, I think the Cavs are the most balanced of those two sides of the coin, right? Like it's. Yeah.
Real quick, Chad, I want you to go back to this point, but we don't let this stand. Look at this comment. Look at this comment in the comments from some troll on Twitter. Hey, Uncle Rods is back. You're a bitch. We don't want you to watch the show. Go watch something else.
All right. All right.
Act like we're just going to come into the comments and talk like that. Get out of here. Get out of here, you fool.
Amazing.
Loser. All right, go on.
Yeah, it's the most balanced of the two. I mean, if you're looking for a great roster plus a good legacy and a good story, I mean, Cleveland makes the most sense out of all 5 of those teams. So I think, I think the Cavs make the most sense. Will he do it? I don't know. He's going to just drag it out because he loves just dragging things out, keeping his name in the media and in the public eye. And we're getting LeBron's golfing stories. We're getting LeBron's out at his restaurant in Akron, dancing and having a drink type stories. So much speculation. I wonder if he's going to just go for a walk around the block, and they're going to speculate that he's going to go to the Cavs now. So
yeah, listen, the Cavs have to be the favorite in this regard. I don't know what he's going to do, but it's also not surprising. You know, when they made the trade for James Harden, there was a report that James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, one of the first things that they were doing was starting to recruit LeBron to Cleveland. Like, this was their plan all along, from a player's perspective. And then you see, like, you never know what to make of anything, right? You got the posts, you got the cryptic stuff. LeBron's golfing.
Sure.
I don't know if you noticed, but LeBron's posted stuff golfing today, and all the Cavs were golfing at the same time. Like, Max Strus is golfing, and Donovan Mitchell's golfing, and like everybody was golfing today. All the cryptic weird things that you don't know whether to read into it or not to read into it. But from the perspective of the Cavaliers, LeBron coming back, Chad, like you said it. What do you average last year? 23, 7, and 7, close to it.
Yeah.
That makes your team better. It makes your team better. He single-handedly dragged them to a playoff series victory last year. Just dragged the Lakers to a playoff series victory. LeBron makes the Cavaliers a much better basketball team, even at 41 years old. Sign me up. Yeah. And then there's the thing. And then there's the thing that I don't know what to read into it. Because the big news for the Cavaliers, something that actually happened this week, Donovan Mitchell signs an extension that I did not think there was a chance he was signing.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think there was a chance Donovan Mitchell was signing this extension.
Really?
I thought he was going to sign it next year. I didn't think there was a chance he was leaving. He's been pretty damn clear that he wants to be here. He likes it here. I think somebody made a really good point online that the Cavs can probably thank Jalen Brunson for that, because I think the only place he would have wanted to leave the Cavaliers for would be the Knicks. And now the Knicks, Jalen Brunson turning into what he's turned into, like, I don't think the Knicks would really even approach Donovan Mitchell at this point. So I don't think there was any chance for him to go. But next year, he could have gotten an extra year. He could have, I think by signing his extension this year, he forewent like $80 million that he would have had potential for next year. Like, everything about his contract next year would have been enormous. And he signed it this year, and it saves a ton of money. It puts him in a position where, like, it just makes me feel like, I wonder if he knows something's coming, and he's like, yeah, I'm signing this deal, and something's coming, and we're going to roll with it.
I mean, if reports are true, he's been involved in all the Cavs offseason discussions. So,
yes.
Yeah, he knows. He obviously is in the know about what Kobe Altman has planned. So, yeah, I would not be surprised if something's on the horizon, and that's something. It feels like the only thing that's on the horizon with the Cavs is Harden signing his deal, just kind of waiting to see what LeBron does, and then LeBron coming to Cleveland, because I don't really think there's anything else involved that involves the Cavs other than this. So yeah, it's I think if he signed it this year, because I think this is a really good sign. Like, all signs, all vibes, like you heard Windhorse say, are pointed to him coming back to the Cavs. If I had to give my prediction, yeah, he's coming back, because why would Don leave money on the table like that? If something wasn't going on, so especially a significant amount of money, in what, $80 million you said. I don't understand why he would leave that money on the table unless he knows something is up. So yeah, it's if you're trying to read the tea leaves here, as they say in sports media, it feels like all good signs are pointed towards the Cavaliers' direction.
Yeah, it would be. First of all, I hate I think one of my least favorite things on the planet now is Kalshi. I hate it. People act like it's a predictive index of anything. It's just people are like, well, Philly's now the leader for LeBron on Kalshi. That's just because people in Philly are making bets. Like, what are we doing? What?
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Right. Come on, dude.
But he's got it. He has to come back. He has to come back.
Agreed.
Miami, I would not be weirded out by Miami because there's a history there and because he might just be like, I'm going to go finish it there. Fine. I would be weirded out by any of the three others. If he throws on another team's jersey that he's never donned before, I'd be like, this is weird. This is Michael Jordan on the Wizards level weird. This is it's strange, man. It's got to be the Cavs. And if it is, man, look out. If it is, it's going to be a party. It'll be fun to see what they still do. They've got a lot of, they've got quite a few roster spots that are currently open. And there will be more moves. Like, you know how it goes with a guy like LeBron signing. You know, there's a whole bunch of those like veteran free agent types that are just kind of waiting to see where LeBron goes. And then they're going to kind of make their decision on where they go based on that. But I'm for it. I don't know why people are acting like they don't want him back. I get so many people that comment like, I don't want him back. I'd rather lose with the team we have now than bring LeBron back. What are you talking about?
You know what's something I don't get with those type of people? The people that are still mad after almost fucking more than 15 years now after this decision. Look, was I mad when he made the decision? Yeah, but like the older I've gotten, the more I've realized, like, if you put yourself in an athlete's shoes, why should I wait till I'm over the hill to go get a championship? Right? There's two things. There's two reasons I try to be a professional athlete. That's to get rich, and that's to win championships. Go get your money. Go get your championship while you can. Now, if the team was close to a championship and he does leave, I could see being upset about that. If the team was right on the cusp of being a championship team and you still leave, I could understand being upset about that. But when LeBron left, that team was dog shit. Like, and they were in no spot. They were in no spot to get any closer. So go get your championship. Go get your money when you can, while you can, because you're forever and always one play away from it all going away. So get everything while you can.
Yep.
So, honestly, as mad as I was at the decision, I'm not mad at it anymore because I get it. I get it.
No, I still don't like it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I only don't like it for selfish reasons.
Sure.
Like, we had a chance to have this guy here his whole career that he's going down as a GOAT. Like, there is no the GOAT because you can't compare guys from eras on different squads and all that, but he is a GOAT. And he could have been here forever.
Sure.
And I don't really even blame him. I blame, like, they were so bad at putting teams around him.
Yeah. Yes. So I get it. I get it. I get it from both sides, right? I get it from both sides. You're upset, but at the same time, it's amazing. Maybe it is a gay podcast.
Yeah, and Phil says it right in the comments. In a weird way, coming back to Cleveland is kind of a win-win. If he wins, he retires the champ. If he doesn't, he came home, he tried. There's a lot. And LeBron, Brian K says it, LeBron makes everybody on his team better. Simple as that. That is the truth. That's the thing. People talk about LeBron leaving teams in his wake when he leaves. LeBron destroys teams. No, he doesn't. Those teams just build teams around LeBron. Like, what do you need around LeBron? You need some defensive-minded players, and you need shooters.
And you need rebounders.
When he leaves, you've got a collection of guys that are missing the creator on the team. That's why they suffer and fail. But, like, yeah, I will take it all day, every day. Bring him here 1 year, 2 years,
yes,
whatever it is. Let him come finish it. Let him finish it. All right, you dick. All right. Chad.
Yeah.
Well, God, I think we could just, do you want to just do I had an asshole of the week. Do you want to do a collective asshole of the week, though?
Yeah, the U.S. men's national team.
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, go on. We're going to do asshole of the week. Who's your asshole of the week?
Yeah, that's mine. Because you played like assholes. You acted like assholes. everything about that game was just so full of assholery. Christian Pulisic after the game just pretending like he just didn't give a fuck in his press conference. Like everything about that was just assholery and exactly why people look down on soccer in America.
Yeah, I was going to go with that. The idiot from Twitter. Uncle Rod's is back.
Oh,
I bet that's a grown ass man
who
talks like that. Could you imagine going on something and being like, "This is gay"?
Right. Oh,
okay,
no,
guy.
No.
All right, tough guy.
Listen.
This broadcast is gay.
Listen. I always.
You're an adult.
Listen, I always have it on full screen. I don't pay attention to the comments because otherwise I would not participate in the podcast because I would just look at the comments all day.
You know, our comments are always good. Everybody, we got our people that we love that we love and we get support. But every once in a while, you just get these.
Like if I just looked at the comments all day, you would just see me doing this and not paying attention.
I love. Yes, Phil. The '80s want their insults back. This is a gay podcast.
Gay.
Oh my God, you got us,
dude. Don't be gay. He reposted our stream, by the way.
I don't give a shit. Go on, guy. No, my asshole of the week, and I had people like yelling at me about this.
Yeah, big feelings
on this. My asshole of the week is baseball replay.
Oh, yeah, okay. I saw this.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about like the balls and strikes thing. No, that's been great. But replay, because it happened to the Guardians again. And I remember, I want to say it was like one of the first years they implemented replay. And Francisco Lindor slid into second base. And his body lost contact with the base by like this much for like a half a second. Not even. He didn't overslide it. It wasn't like an out of control thing. It just little bit. And he got called out. And it happened again. Patrick Bailey slid into second base. His foot hit the front of the bag. And then as it was coming over the bag, it just popped for it was one frame, one camera frame. Boom, just popped. And he didn't overslide the bag. He wound up exactly where he wanted to be. Like it was a good slide. He wasn't out of control. And they go to replay and they call him out.
Yeah.
That is not what that is for. That is not what that is for. I have had people hollering at me on Twitter where they like to do that. Oh, the rule is you have to make contact with the base. That's how it's always been. No, it hasn't. For 100+ years in baseball, for 100+ years, you could do that exact same slide as Patrick Bailey, and you get called safe, and you're safe. I'm not talking about guys coming off the base because they slid too hard or they came up short or they were out of control or they went to the side and tried to reach or whatever. Not what we're talking about. We're talking about a good slide that winds up needing a one frame look where his leg might have been like a half a centimeter off the base. And then he's on the base the rest of the time. And we're going to call him out. It's nonsense. It's not the spirit of this. That is not the spirit of replay. These are bases that don't move and human bodies that move a certain way. And like sometimes you're going to have just a minor little disconnect where you are not oversliding and forever in baseball you would be safe. And now we have this, we're going to break it down frame by frame thing. It sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when someone's foot hits the base, I mean, their foot and their leg tend to bounce a little bit. Right. I mean, that's just a pure momentum thing. Yeah. So it's dumb. It's stupid. And it should be reversed. It should be reversed. It should be not even looked at anymore.
Correct. I hate it. Anyways, those are our assholes of the week. Chad, let's go into a couple just kind of quick hitters as we get to the backside of this podcast here. And let's talk about
Eric Sabrowski might tie this game on 8 straight pitches.
This is not great.
Anyway, sorry. Great. Go ahead.
Yeah, Guardians currently in Minnesota winning 5-4. Did Minnesota really just challenge a ball that was right down the middle? Yes, they did. Idiots. Guardians are winning 5-4. Eric Sabrowski has walked in a run. He is now 3-1 on Clemens, He threw another strike, and all of a sudden Eric Sabrowski's throwing strikes. So we'll see. There's one out. Hopefully he can get through this and get out of this inning. But I wanted to talk about the Guardians a little bit, Chad, because it feels like, I think a lot of things that are just constantly sitting in the back of people's minds is an ownership change coming soon, and David Blitzer, and we know it's coming. And what does that mean for the team? And then you look at the team as they're he just walked in around. You look at the team as they're situated now, and they are right there at the top of the Central Division. The Central is bad this year. Tigers suck ass. The Royals are terrible. The Twins are terrible. The White Sox are pretty good, and the Guardians are pretty good. And that's where we're at in the division. And it makes you wonder, at what point, considering potential future ownership change, at what point does this team make an all-in kind of move?
They're not going to.
Hold on, wait a minute now. Can I put this up here? Hey, screenshot this. Uncle Rods apologizes for calling this podcast. Screenshot that, man. Post it, Rods. All right, buddy. All right, brother. All right, you're welcome. You're back in the party. At what point do they make a move and go all in? At what point? And again, I'm not expecting something crazy, but like at what point do they make an all-in kind of trade here at the deadline where they find a team that's bad, that has a really good player, that they can dump some, like you've brought up so many young players now, that maybe we can start dumping some of the young players, even if they're really good, and move. I see the second comment. I'm not putting that on the screen, idiot. Even if they're really good, start going all in on a season. Like, I feel like this is the year where you could use bullpen help. You could use another starting pitcher. You could always use bats in this lineup. Like, this is the year where, like, you're going to be neck and neck. The White Sox aren't just going to go away. So you're going to have a neck and neck situation with a team coming down to the wire to try to go to the playoffs. And then you want to try to make a little noise in the playoffs. Like, at what point are we going to say, all right, David Blitzer is going to make a call and be like, hey, I'm taking this team over. I'm going to be paying the payroll. Let's go all in. Like, when are we going to do it?
When David Blitzer finally takes full control. Until then, they're not going to do it. They don't do it. It's not their MO. It's not going to happen. If it does, I would be completely shocked. I will be completely shocked. And this is the dangerous game that they play when they do business the way that they do, because they suffer a few injuries and they kind of roll with what they've got. That right there, they don't make panic moves like this. They trust in their system. They trust in their development. They trust their guys. It's just not going to happen. It makes all the sense in the world. If you're trying to win championships, obviously, common sense would tell you, yeah, we need to make a move for some guys. It's not going to happen. So will it happen when Blitzer takes over? God, I hope so, because it's never been more obvious that this team needs some sort of shakeup until they get their injured guys back. But
Blitzer's like, I know we're doing this thing of like when he takes over, but he's there now. Like, he's making calls for the team now. He's not the majority. He's not the majority owner yet, but he's in on, like, when we talked about like Jose extensions and stuff, he was part of all of that.
Okay.
So, like, go on.
Well, if that's actually true, then yeah, they should do it now. They should do it now.
Yes.
There's we talked about it time and time again. I mean, the point of owning a sports franchise is to try to go win championships, and your team is at near the top of your division, which, by the way, the Twins, if they take the lead and win this game, they're going to be just a game behind the Guardians.
They still stink. Here's Josh Bell, a guy that has hit great his entire career, and then when he was in Cleveland, he just forgot how to hit. Love that guy. Yeah, he just popped out to center.
Hell yeah.
Maintain the tie. Yeah, I agree with you though. Like, think about where you're at, right? You've got to make hard decisions on some guys. Steven Kwan sucks. Like, hard. Terrible. He's terrible.
Yeah.
He's good in the field still. He is an awful hitter. You got to make a decision on that. You don't have a shortstop. Like, please get Gabriel Arias out and forever. Like, he's not good. I would be okay if you said, you know, we're going to stick with some of these young guys. We really we want Khalil to stay up and in the lineup. All right, fine.
Sure.
He's got potential. Kyle Manzardo's been terrible.
Yeah.
He had a hot stretch, but all of a sudden he's back to like the third lowest OPS on the team. That can't be your first baseman.
Yeah. You've got guys mashing in AAA right now. You've got guys mashing in AA right now. You've got guys, you've got good young prospects that you can trade away to try to get this team over the top, because all that matters is a World Series championship. And this is an organization that always has valued its prospects over winning championships.
Yeah.
It's ass backwards with the way you're doing things, because if trading Angel Janelle or I don't know, Juan Brito, Cooper Ingle, whoever nets you a championship, who gives a fuck that you traded away those guys? To end the longest World Series drought in Major League Baseball right now, it is completely worth it.
Yes.
You can always find young guys. There's so many baseball players in the world.
Listen, what are the names that are coming up? Like, and this is the going all in type of thing. Now we'll see, because the Astros kind of are hanging around a bit, but like Yordan Alvarez is a guy that is very much rumored for them to be having on the trading block. Go make a move for Yordan Alvarez if he's on the trading block. Send him whatever they want.
Yeah.
Like,
and that,
what?
Oh God. That's always a frustrating part with this too, is because every trade deadline you hear, oh, the Guardians were in on this power hitter, the Guardians were in on this starting pitcher, and they weren't. They weren't serious about it.
Are the Angels serious that they might want to deal Mike Trout? I know he's older, but he's still amazing. Go get him.
Yeah.
You make a go all in move. Like, I think people are going to talk about pitching and starters and stuff, and obviously Tarek Skubal will be a name on that list. That is not a name I would anticipate them to be in on, because you're talking about a guy that's going to want and has earned probably a record-setting contract in the offseason. So, like, that's not going to be beneficial at all.
Plus, the Tigers aren't trading in the division.
No, but there are gonna be guys out there. You are at a fork in the road, and you have operated one way, and you've been successful at it. You've been successful at it, operating the way you've operated to get you just good enough to where you're at. But it's been since what? 2016-17. When they made the signing of Edwin Encarnacion. That was their last like all-in move.
Right.
And they haven't done another one since.
Nope.
Like, I think a decade later, where you've got this really special core group of talent. Travis Bazzana is amazing, and Chase DeLauder is amazing. You still have Jose, and you've got Brian Rocchio is playing like an all-star. Like, you've got a special group. So maybe they do have a shortstop, because Brian Rocchio is playing well. But like, you've got this kind of good, solid group of guys. Go all in. Go all in. And Rusty says in the comments, plus there's not going to be a 27 season.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Good point. Hey, if it results in a salary cap, I hope that does happen. But they got to go. This is the year. This is the year. Go all in. Go all in.
Yeah. Who's got expiring contracts in the MLB that you can pay for, so you can start all over when the 28th season rolls around?
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right, we'll see. They're tied right now. Minnesota, top of the 8th inning. Manzardo up, swinging wildly at pitches. It's great. All right, Chad, next topic. You brought it up. It was your asshole of the week. The men's national team falls in the World Cup. And first of all, the World Cup's been great.
Yeah.
But that was embarrassing, dude.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
Listen, I know nothing about soccer, and even I know that was just the most piss poor effort that I've ever seen. They look like they didn't even belong on the same field as Belgium, Mike. They didn't. They like the lights were shining, but the lights were like the brightest, and they just shit down their leg. Right? I saw the tweet, the James Franklin tweet, and it's so appropriate. Beating the teams that you're supposed to beat, and then just not even getting off the bus against the better teams. Not that Belgium is like, the top team in the world, but they're a better team than what they played in their group, and they failed. They failed miserably.
Belgium isn't a top. This is one of Belgium's worst teams they've had. And they've been like that for like the whole year. This is one of their worst teams that they have had in years. And man, just to show up like that and to just to no show it is horrific. It was horrific. I don't know, man. There's a lot of soul searching that needs to happen with the whole thing. And I think a lot of people brought up a lot of good points about why it is the way it is. Everybody talks about this. Every time there's a World Cup or an Olympics or something, and, we're the U.S., we're used to being good at everything. And we have so many people that live here that it's like, how I can't even fathom how it's possible to kind of be shit at a sport.
Yeah.
But it's the way it is here from the time you're young, and you don't even realize it until you really think about it, right? Like all these other countries, these kids are growing up from all walks of life. They're growing up playing soccer, and in this country, from an early age, our soccer programs here have been just taken over by the travel.
Sure,
and you have to pay $3,000 to get your kid on a soccer team, and like now you're not getting a whole segment of the population that could be great at soccer, and it's become like a country club sport here. That's what it is. It's a country club sport. Like when you want to know why it's not good, it's a country club sport. And to come out and they played well at times, but like you saw them fall apart at when things got tough. They mentally were a disaster. Yeah.
They just shut down. And it was embarrassing. And I totally get why soccer's looked at. But you know what? At the same time, with how good we are in America at a lot of sports, I'm okay with not being great at soccer. I mean, we'll probably never figure it out. It's okay. See, there we go.
Shout out to England.
Shout out England.
Shout out to you, Rick Barlow.
Rick, are you in England? Like, are you from England? Like, are you Rick?
Rick thinks we're going to be very good soon. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Rick. I don't know that I'm buying that. I think we've been here. We've been here. We've been to the round of 16 or the round of 32 or whatever. We've been here. Who are we getting good with?
You clearly have no leader on the team.
Who's going to be good?
Yeah.
Where's it come from? Listen, the goalie is going to get so much shit for that goal that he gave up when he came way out and then just like shit down his leg, and he should. But he played. He just went out and made a mistake. I could live with that. He also played the worst goalie game of the World Cup, of the whole World Cup. Not just that play wasn't even a thing that I would even think about when I think about all the other terrible shit he did in the game. You talked about it. I love Landon Donovan coming out and being like, you would have had to drag me off the field in the World Cup.
Right.
And the minute that Pulisic got hurt, the minute he was like a little dinged up, he was like waving, like, get me off, bring me off.
Right.
It was just a sad sack of shit out there.
Yeah.
Is what it was.
Sad bones.
And they're out again. At home. You invited countries in, and you're out at home. And that means all three of the host countries went out in the same round. Mexico, Canada, USA, gone in the same round.
But at least Mexico put up a fight.
They sure as hell did. That game was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Which is funny because Mexico was not playing great coming into the World Cup.
Yeah.
And they were awesome in the World Cup.
Yeah.
But it leaves us with this, Chad.
Okay.
We have got 8 teams left. France and Morocco. That's tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Spain and Belgium. That's Friday at 3 o'clock. Norway and England. Saturday at 5 o'clock.
Can't wait for that.
Argentina and Switzerland. Saturday at 9 o'clock. Those are your last 8.
Yeah. Obviously, Norway and England's the best matchup out of all those.
Yes.
France is just a machine. I mean, I know Morocco's had a great run, but France is just a machine. So I think they win that one. Spain should beat Belgium easily, no?
They should.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if there's anything we've learned in this World Cup, who knows?
Yeah. And I haven't watched a single Switzerland game, so I have no idea how they are. So I'm just assuming Argentina's going to win that one.
They played the single most boring game.
Oh,
Switzerland played the single most boring game of the World Cup.
Okay. All right.
And they won in penalties, but it was dull. To say the least. Yes.
Fair enough. All right.
But it's got to be. I mean, France is killing everybody.
Yeah.
Like France is killing everybody. Argentina's looked bad all the way through. They got lucky against Egypt, and frankly, Argentina got lucky against Cabo Verde.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think Egypt got screwed over like they're claiming. You gave up 3 goals in like 7 minutes. Like, you're not getting screwed over.
What a run for Cabo Verde, though, dude! Like, you have nothing to hang your head about. That was
awesome. I think that England and Norway game. I mean, maybe England. Maybe, hey, Rick, man, maybe England. Maybe this is the year. Which, by the way, Rick, are you in England now?
That's what I just got. As he said, in England, we start at a very young age. I'm like, are you
up early for work?
Like, where are you from, dude?
You staying up late with us? Maybe England. Maybe England is gonna break their, what was it, 1960 the last time they won the World Cup? Maybe they're gonna break it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rick's coming to us in the comments live from Manchester right now.
I've become a Holland fan, though, by the way. Erling Holland.
Holland.
Unbelievable. That dude's just a badass. And he's like the true liver king. He just doesn't say it. Like, just eats beef liver and heart and just
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He's like raw cow testicles, just seasoned.
Yeah, dude. Maybe they get by. Maybe they get over. Shout out to Dan Byrne from I'm a Newcastle guy, Rick. So
oh shit.
Dan Byrne. Shout out to him.
Rick's signed off now. He's like, no. He's like, fuck you, Michael.
Maybe, yeah. Correct.
I liked you guys a little bit ago, but
you went straight Beatles. And I love that for us.
Right.
I don't know, man. France is the best team, easy. But, Argentina, that last 15 minutes, they were unreal. You never know when Spain's going to come around and look like themselves. They beat Portugal, but Spain doesn't look great, but you never know. And who knows? Maybe it's one of these maybe Norway can make a run. Maybe Erling Haaland is just going to put them on his back and carry him all the way.
He could, man. He could. That dude is the fucking.
I just hope the games from the group stage to the knockouts, this has been amazing. It has been spectacular. I hope these games, these last few rounds, don't disappoint. Like, I hope it is just the same shit over and over of just wild antics and loud crowd noises and all that leading up to that last game in New Jersey, because the World Cup has been like, I can't peel myself away from it. Today I was like a crack addict needing my fix. There's no World Cup game today for the first time in forever, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. So hopefully these last set of games live up to what the first set of games has brought up. What are you looking at? Chad.
Sorry. I'm back.
You back?
Yeah, I'm back. Just looking at a lot of.
What do you got?
Yeah. All right.
What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Anyway, I was just looking at the comments.
Oh, yeah, don't do that. Yeah, these guys are losers.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool because these three douchebags that are commenting on Twitter that nobody can even see, by the way, it's fine. But these three douchebags are, I don't know, they're losers. I can't get rid of them because it's Twitter, and it's fine. They're all just talking to each other, and I'm sitting here just like, all right.
I don't give a shit.
Cool. Yeah, go on. Making Auschwitz jokes. Like, imagine making Auschwitz jokes.
Nah.
It's douchey. And these are, again, I bet you $100 these are grown men. $100.
Without a doubt.
$100.
Without a doubt.
These are grown ass men just being douchebags. That's cool. We're used to that. That's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Are
we? I don't know. Like I said, I never really read the comments.
Like, hey, listen,
but this is a special night that I don't know. I just decided to start reading the comments.
We get a lot of comments. We have a lot of people that hang out with us every week, and they're usually all very cool. And then, Twitter's that place. It's like Facebook. It's just that the pit of despair over there. So that's cool. All right. Chad.
Yo.
Other things that are disappointing. U.S. men's national team is just a known disappointment.
Sure.
A known disappointment on an every 2 to 4 year basis when we're talking about Olympics and national things, international things and all that. Come on. What are comparable disappointments, Chad? Comparable disappointments.
Comparable? Oh God, I don't know comparable, but I was just thinking of like life's little disappointments, like when you hit every red light when you're already late.
Son of a bitch.
Like there's one thing like that.
Son of a bitch.
Like what? What is that bad?
That.
Yeah. Yeah, that like when you push a door, when you pull a door that says push, like
in front of people.
Yeah, yeah, in front of people, just super embarrassing. Just life's little disappointments, right? Like when you get get in bed and then you realize you're like, oh fuck, I forgot to do this, and you got to get right out. Like just when you're getting fucking just cozy and warm.
Yes. If you're married, which none of these dudes on Twitter are. If you're married, how about the second you sit down on a couch and then your wife's like, hey, can you do this?
Oh yeah.
Does your wife? I think all wives have like that sixth sense.
Oh yeah.
Of hey, my husband just sat down. I gotta ask him to do something.
Yeah, that Sophie Cunningham meme was hilarious. With like when my wife sees me doing absolutely nothing for 10 seconds, it's just her pointing.
Nope. Yes.
Yeah. There's that. Like when you send a text and you automatically see the misspelling.
Ooh, yes. Yes. when the edit needs to happen.
Yeah. Yep. Opening a bag of chips and it's only like a quarter of the way full, like a
bastards. Total bastards.
Yeah.
When you order food from somewhere and you drive away and you realize part of it isn't in the bag.
Yeah. Sneezing after taking a bite of food. Yeah, that's real disappointing.
Everywhere. That salad is sneezing after taking a bite of food.
Trying to put your fitted sheet on your fucking mattress and you just don't know, like you screw it up. Like folding a fitted sheet sucks, but trying to put it on
dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a bunch of shit like that,
When you were charging something, but you realized it wasn't like fully plugged in and it's just not charged. Just not.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That vacuum is not going to work. Not charged.
Oh yeah. Yeah. When you're trying to like rip toilet paper or like a paper towel off and it doesn't like rip off neatly, like completely.
When you come back from the grocery store and the one thing you needed for what you were making is the one thing you forgot. You got the bags and you're like, where the hell is the vanilla? And it's gone. It's just not there.
Yep. When you're in a traffic jam and you switch lanes that you think is moving and it just stops.
Like Office Space.
Yeah. It's perfect.
All good. These are all things comparable to the U.S. men's national team.
Of course it is, because it's just a little disappointment, right? It's just a little disappointment. It's not a big disappointment
for me. It's not going to affect my life.
No.
But it's disappointing. What else? You got anything else written down there?
God. Nah. I think those are the crux.
And the U.S. men's national team. I mean, we could be sports centric, and we could say every offseason where we think the Guardians are going to like do something and they don't. It's just not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
the beginning of Brown season. The beginning of Brown season when we have hope.
Yeah, that first game they lose against a shit team. Like they could go up against two really good teams. Like maybe they'll get the Ravens early and then another good team. And you're like, all right, I can explain those losses. And then it's like the Jets and they lose that game and you're like, oh shit, we suck. Oh shit, we suck.
Yeah. Yep.
No.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah. All things disappointing. All right, Chad. Let's do our last segment. There's other stuff going on, but there's just not. There's again, we got the Browns. The Mike Rutenberg interview was great. If you didn't see it, I would go watch the Mike Rutenberg interview. It's all over online, and it'll get you fired up. But like, it doesn't mean anything at this point for the Cleveland Browns. We're still out here talking about quarterbacks. Now we got, I think it was Mary Kay saying that Deshaun Watson looks like he needs to rest his arm. If that bitch, not Mary Kay, I'm talking about Deshaun Watson. If that bitch ever plays one more second for my football team, oh, God,
he's going
damn
to.
It. What a bitch.
He's going to.
He's like these dudes.
You got to be open to it. You got to be open to it.
Plus, they probably diddle people unwillingly, too. They're a bunch of Deshaun Watsons. They're a bunch of Deshaun's.
Shit.
I love it. I hope these guys are here every week. I'm just going to have fun with this. Plus, I love when people like this do this and they act like they're all just they're just a bunch of comments trying to like, they're really bad at talking shit. But they're here. They've been here the whole podcast. Shout out to you guys. Number one fans, baby. Number one fans. Let's go. Let's go. I love our number one fans here. Except for Jim Leahy. He's a huge cunt, too. That's fine. Oh, sorry. No, he's a cunt. It's fine. All right, Chad, let's do our there's just nothing. I don't want to talk about anything. We'll get into it. Once camp comes around, we'll start talking about Browns and getting ready.
Yeah,
Of course, we'll have Cameron on and we'll do the schedule game. I don't know. I think I'm going all losses.
You're going
so we'll get into all that. But again, big stuff right now with the Cavs. Guardians, we'll see what they decide to do. World Cup coming to an end, so a lot of fun stuff going on. Let's do our cheers of the week. Let's call out cheers of the week before we get out of here. Chad, who's your cheer of the week go to?
Mine goes to Christopher Peden of Fort Wayne, Indiana. For the best use of improvisation that you probably have ever seen.
Or have not seen.
So
what are you talking about?
Have not seen. Yeah, so he calls the cops saying he got stabbed, right? And he's like, yeah, I got stabbed. In the meantime, there was a fire going on in the detached garage next to him. Right, so he claimed that he got stabbed by his neighbor, but there was a fire going on in the detached garage next to him. Fire department shows up, starts putting it out. So they don't see any stab wounds on Christopher. So like, what's going on? So the man, first off, he's an admitted arsonist, and the stab wounds he is talking about, he decided to cut off his own dick, and
I saw that. Oh.
He decided to cut off his own dick and put it in this detached garage and set it on fire and use it as kindling to start a fire in this detached garage to set this garage on fire. So
how
just
in the hell
balls
is
gone.
Dick
Needed it. He needed it as a wick to start a fire.
As a wick.
Yeah, a little fuse.
I saw just like a headline of like a guy cuts off his genitals and uses it to start a fire. And I'm like, I'm not even clicking this. I am not clicking that at all. Like, nope, ain't doing it.
Sometimes you got to improvise. These pyros, they'll do anything.
I don't know that this deserves a cheer of the week, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, what are you going to do?
I was going to give my cheers. I got 2 cheers. I got 3 cheers, to be honest. There's a guy online on TikTok called Mitch the Panthers fan, and he does like Panthers reactions videos. But then the other thing that he does is what gets me hooked. He goes back and watches like old cartoons from like when we were growing up, and he does like reaction videos to their theme songs.
Hell yeah.
So like DuckTales. And then he does, and I must have sat for an hour watching this dude's videos, listening to like all the theme songs, like Thundercats and like Darkwing Duck and DuckTales and Tailspin and all these shows that were big when we were kids. I must have spent an hour watching this dude react to him. It was a fantastic trip down memory lane. So I gotta give Mitch the Panthers fan a little shout out for that. Wow, Chef Brian K. It's the problem with dicks. They're hard to keep lit.
Hard to keep
Woof. That's ridiculous. Again, I want to give another shout out. Joey's wife, Maddie. It's her birthday. So we got to give a cheers to Maddie for her birthday. And then this is more of just a personal one, but cheers to the Bulls here in North Ridgeville, Little League, my son's baseball team. We just got done with our season. We got a playoff game tomorrow, but we got done with our season, and it was awesome. It was a dream come true for me to coach my son's baseball team. You know, and if you've watched us for a long time, we've been doing this for over 6 years. If you've watched us for a long time, you know that this is the first year that I haven't been doing most of these podcasts from a hotel room. And I've never been able to coach my son's baseball team because the travel schedule just wouldn't allow it. And this year it allowed it. And I coached his baseball team, and it was great, man. It was the most fun I've ever had doing anything. My father-in-law, you might know him from the comments as the Bandito, was my assistant coach. And we just had the greatest time. And hopefully we get a win tomorrow. And we get another game at least in the future. But got to give a cheers out to the Bulls here from North Ridgeville. It was awesome. It was the coolest thing ever. Truly, Chad, it was the coolest thing ever.
Nice. There you go.
So, yeah, those are my cheers. All right. Anything else before we get out of here, Chad? Anything we missed?
Nah. I don't know. Oh, congrats to Bizana for being named an All-Star.
Oh, my God. We didn't even talk about the All-Stars. Bizana, Kate Smith.
Yeah. And Messick. And Parker.
Yeah. How about Parker Messick and Bizana? Boom. Rookie All-Stars. Get it. And if not for maybe some missed time, Chase DeLauder would have been in that mix too.
Yeah, for sure.
So love it. And he actually still could be. We'll see who like pulls out of the All-Star game. So we will see. But yeah, shout out to the Guardians. Shout out to the Guardians All-Stars. Shout out to all of you guys in the comments. You guys get to cheer. Most of you guys, except for these bitches from Twitter. These grown-ass men in their mom's basements thinking they're being funny. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a gay. This podcast is gay. Oh, okay, guy. Nobody likes you. That's why you don't get invited to things. That's why you're at your mom's house right now.
Oh, God. I just don't give a shit.
I don't either. But sometimes you got to call them out.
Sure.
Like, it's kind of the nice thing. You know, we got our group on YouTube and Twitch and all that, and they're just good dudes. Look at all these. They have so many good comments. And then here comes the X crowd, and they're just douchebags. So everybody except for them, even though shout out to them for, you know, being our number one fans and staying for the whole podcast. Really love you guys for the support. But really to the awesome people that joined us live here tonight, we love you. We appreciate you. It's our last order of business to give out our thank yous. If you didn't join us tonight, if there's ever a week you can't join us live, remember you can catch us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube later. So make sure you're tuned in to everything Garage Beers. Big shout out to the OBR for hosting us. Get over to the OBR.com. Make sure you are subscribed to Cleveland's oldest and largest independent Browns coverage site, especially, again, we are just 2 months away from Browns season. So we are getting there. So make sure you are tuned in there. And that's going to do it for us here on episode 320. For Chad Meyer over on the east side of Cleveland, go follow him at Garage Beers Chad. For Joey, who couldn't be here, at Garage Beers Joe, I am Michael Keefe at Garage Beers Mike. Go follow the show at The Garage Beers on the socials, and we'll see you next week for episode 321. Until then, though, as always, cheers, everybody.